Welcome back to Swine TV. We have a technical report today with innovative solutions, use of a humic substance as a tool to improve finishing pig productivity with Dr. Tom Weber and Kale Causemaker. Welcome back to the program, guys.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here
Yep.
today.
Thanks, Jim.
I know you guys have been busy building a team and a lot of great things coming out of innovative solutions, but back to the study that we're talking about today. Why did you do this study?
Basically, this study was comprised of a series of studies that the Kent Nutrition Group has run over about the past 15 or so years, evaluating this humic substance product that they've, again, evaluated over several years in several different species and is a component of several of Kent's branded and retail feed ingredients, actually. So we basically pooled the data together from about a dozen finishing pig studies that were conducted over the years. And the main reason we did that is we wanted to get more power to see what the trends were over the years of evaluating this humic substance in finishing pigs, especially from a reduction in mortality perspective, or with the goal of looking to see, does it consistently improve finishing pig livability?
So from it being a series of studies, where did it begin? And then kind of where are we at now?
Kale, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the first study that Kent conducted was in 2006.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
And the final study was conducted at least that's in this series of studies that we evaluated to date. The final study was conducted in 2021. So quite a range of years there, and obviously through the years, the pig has changed as well. So it was good to see the consistency of the response over the years and as the pig has adapted and, from a genetic and nutrition perspective over time as well.
So can you explain exactly what humic substance is and the relevance to the swine industry specifically there, Tom and Kale?
Yeah, sure. I'll take that one. So humic substances are made up of organic compounds that really are the result of decomposition and biomass transformation, literally of plants and animals over about millions of years. They are the main constituent of soil, but around the world, there are large geological locations that are particularly rich in humic substances, and they are commercially mined for agronomy, human, and animal nutrition sources. They're by nature, they're about 60% carbon. They have a rather unique mineral profile to them. And as far as animal nutrition, humic substances are recognized or defined by AFCO as reed sedge peat. And we have learned and we continue to learn humic substances in general are made up of humic acid, fulvic acid, oleic acid, and in humans. And what we've been learning over the years, and as I mentioned, continue to learn, is that really the main bioactive ingredients that confer a health and performance benefit to animals are the humic and fulvic acid. So throughout several published scientific literature and our own work, we know that, for example, humic acid's properties are very similar to anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antiviral characteristics. And fulvic acids, for example, they're rather unique as they help with nutrient and particularly mineral absorption as well, and are actually natural detoxifying agents as well. So they're rather unique. They're naturally occurring, and it's really been a path, if you will, of really learning a lot about a substance that is particularly old, but relatively new to the animal nutrition space.
And you guys saw a reduction in mortality as well?
Yes, historically, we saw a reduction in mortality. When we looked at the pooled data in the finishing pig studies over the years, there was a reduction in about a 0.7 absolute percentage reduction in mortality. which when we looked at this data set meant we went from 4% mortality down to 3.3% mortality. So, which from an industry perspective is very meaningful. If you look at the cost of mortality in finishing pigs. And what's also interesting is we do have a water soluble humic substance formulation that can be administered via the drinking water. We've recently published a paper in Translational Animal Science where we evaluated the water soluble formulation in nursery pigs, and we found even more profound reduction in mortality when this was administered in the nursery, early nursery, and it reduced mortality throughout the whole nursery phase, which was kind of intriguing to us.
This is great stuff, guys. Are there any other key takeaways?
Kale did a nice job of laying out, what we believe are the active components of the humic substance. And I know they're sometimes defined as organic acids, but just from a clarification perspective, they're not really acids in the terms of what people think from an acidifier perspective that you would add to the diet to decrease the pH. Actually, we've done some acid binding capacity work in collaboration with Kansas State, and we found that our humic substance is actually relatively neutral from an acid binding capacity perspective. So again, it's really more the functionality of the humic and small bit of the fulvic acid and maybe some of the organic minerals that are coming with it that are leading to the benefits.
And was there similar benefits for nursery pigs in combination with butyric acid?
What's actually intriguing is over the years, Kent has done some studies in swine and poultry, and it appears, at least from a reduction in mortality perspective, when animals are undergoing stressful situations, that there appears to be some synergism between the humic substance when combined with butyric acid, both in feed and in water. And this appears to be true in poultry as well. We've recently completed some necrotic enteritis challenge studies in broilers showing that the combination of butyric acid actually is more effective at a lower level than when feeding each one separately in terms of improving resilience in the face of necrotic enteritis challenge in broilers, which is somewhat similar to the findings that we've seen during heat stress in broilers and in terms of measures of inflammation in nursery pigs.
Are there any more simple benefits that we can address to pork producers and why this would benefit them?
In addition to reductions in mortality or improved livability, we've done some testing we're not making necessarily claims on this, showing that these humic substances do a pretty good job of binding toxins such as mycotoxins in the diet. So there could be some adjunct benefits from that. Also, as we mentioned, there are some, small levels of trace minerals that come with humic substance that may be more bioavailable than the sulfate forms that are typically used in VTM premixes. So could be some adjunct benefits there from a mineral metabolism perspective. And then also, something that we continue to explore is more of the specific health benefits. There's a lot of time and money being spent in terms of vaccinations being given to animals. So is this a tool that could improve vaccine efficacy, for example? And it's something that we're interested in exploring down the road as well.
Yep, and I might add just in general, as our industries move toward less or no antibiotic use, this potentially is an alternative as well, not a replacement, but very much fits that space as well.
So there's lots of big things coming at Innovative Solutions. What do you want to share with our audience today as we wrap up?
Sure. Yeah, we're excited about a couple new products related to the humic substance, and as Tom talked about, we definitely have seen some synergies with the humic substance and short chain fatty acids, in particular butyric acid. So we are very close to launching, and we're going to have an industry-wide launch, if you will, at the upcoming winter trade shows and actually at IPPE as well, early next year and early winter, with our what we call our Humisyn platform. So Humisyn is going to be the combination of humic substance and other beneficial ingredients. So our first product launches will be the combination of Humisyn and butyric acid that's available in a liquid concentrate and is a dry granular, so for in-feed applications as well. For both, really that focus is both for swine and poultry. And as well, excuse me, we will be at the upcoming swine trade shows launching a new swine origin probiotic that has been really a long-term, if you will, collaboration, about 3 years in the works with the University of Arkansas, in particular, Dr. Zhao and Dr. Tsai. The university has really been doing a lot of work with microbiome discoveries in swine. They were able to culture and isolate some bacterial strains that were beneficial and improve body weight in finishing pigs. And we are finally, it's been a great collaboration. They've done some initial research that has identified those characteristics of those bacterial strains. And so now we're taking one of them, an L. plantarum, and commercializing them as a probiotic that can be used in growing and finishing diets. And our own follow-up work from their initial work, 3 different studies, has shown an improvement of almost 6% feed conversion improvement and a body weight gain of nearly 5%. So we're continuing to do some work with these bacterial strains, but again, excited to bring this very unique probiotic to the market here very soon.
We look forward to rolling that out as well, Kale. Dr. Tom Weber, Kale Causemaker, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. It's
Thank
been
you.
my pleasure.
Yep. Thank you, Jim.